everyone, I'm Coach Kira. Welcome back to Gymspire's channel. Today I'm going to take you through some flexibility stretches which are for our squad gymnasts, and this is for splits.
Guys, just a quick reminder, remember to take part in our pulse raiser activity before doing any stretches so that you're nice and warm. Now we're going to start in our lunge position. We're going to warm up our hips and quads first. So you're going into a right or left leg lunge. You're going to put your back knee on the floor, and then you're going to make sure your front knee and your ankle is in a straight line, so we don't have it too far back or we don't have our foot too far forwards. So just have a look, make sure it's nice and straight, and then you're going to push your hips down into the floor and hold it there. Now you want to hold this stretch for 30 seconds to a minute. So once you've done that, we're going to change on the other leg now. So same position, back knee on the floor, knee and ankle in a straight line at the front and pushing those hips down. Remember to hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay, moving on to our next stretch, we're going to go into a lunge again, but this time with the back knee off of the floor. You can come up and balance to advance it, or if you're not comfortable balancing, then put your hands back down on the floor. Again, hold for 30 seconds to a minute, and then we're going to change sides. Okay, for our next stretch, we're going to do a half split. So you're going to bend your knee at the front and straighten your leg at the back, and keep your shoulders up just to try and practice that balancing position. Then you're going to come down with your chest as low as you can go. Now this will stretch your glute muscle, which is the muscle in your bottom, your hip flexor, which is the muscle at the front of your hip, and also your groin, which is your inner thigh muscle. Now, once you have held it there for 30 seconds to a minute, we're going to change sides. So exactly the same, reach up tall first, hold for 10 to 20 seconds, see if you can balance, and then slowly go down forwards onto your elbows, try and get your head on the floor even. Now while you're doing these stretches, don't forget to breathe. So you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice and slowly until the timer goes off. Okay, once you've done, we're going to go into a Japanese split now. So bending one leg and one straight leg. So it's almost like half a pike fold. Keeping that toe pointed at the front, you're going to lean your chest forwards, down towards your knee, and see how low you can go. Again, hold it there for 30 seconds to a minute. The longer you hold it, the better. And then change legs. If this one is easy for you, see if you can reach forwards to your foot. So see if you can go all the way down and get that nose onto your knee even, like this. Good job. Next up, we need to lie on our back. We're going to have one leg straight and one leg bent. You're going to grab hold of your knee and pull your knee in towards you as much as you can. Once you've held it there, change legs. Don't forget to try and keep the leg that's straight on the floor. Don't lift it up, and try not to bend it, and keep that toe pointed as well. Okay, next up we're going to do this with straight legs now. So both legs straight. You might need to come all the way up if you can't lay down. You're going to pull your leg in towards you as much as you can. So keep your hips square. You don't want to twist your hips at any point during this stretch. And again, don't forget to do this on both legs. You want to hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. Now the next stretch, we are going to slide our leg around the side this time. So if you can get it high enough, see if you can grab hold of your ankle, and we're going to keep that bottom leg nice and straight. If that's fairly easy, see if you can grab it with both hands. You're pulling your leg round the side and in towards your body now. Now moving on to the other side, It's very important that we stretch both legs. Now you will find that one leg is naturally more flexible than the other, but it doesn't matter, just keep working at it and just go to where you can feel the stretch. Try not to pull it too hard. Okay, now we're all warm with our lunges, we can slide into our full splits. If you can get all the way down, put your arms out to the side. Don't worry if you can't. You just want to try and focus on keeping your hips square and keeping both legs straight. Your back knee should be facing the floor and your front knee should be up towards the ceiling. Now, the longer you hold this one, the better. I'm not going to set you a time, but the minimum to be 1 minute for this, please. Once you've held, don't forget to do the other leg. Like I said earlier, you will have one leg that's slightly better than the other. So don't worry, just keep practicing both legs because this will help you with your gymnastics in the future. If you can get all the way down and you're finding it quite comfortable, a bit too comfortable maybe, then you can advance it, maybe find a pillow like I'm using. If that's too easy, you can try and find a higher surface or just grab another pillow and see how high you can make your surface. When you slide down to splits, you're trying to get all the way down. Okay, next up, you need to find a wall. Now we all have walls in our house, so no excuses. We're going to try and do the splits backwards or upside down against the wall. So just like I'm doing, try and get your heel as close as you can to the wall and your heel on the floor. Now hopefully your legs will be a lot straighter than mine, but I would like you to practice and hold this stretch for at least 1 minute. If it's easy, try and get your hands as close as possible to your foot at the bottom. Okay, moving on to stretches for our box splits. So firstly we're going to start off with Japana. So in your straddle shape, all the way down, trying to get your tummies on the floor, pointing your toes. If you can get your tummy on the floor already and you need a little bit of an extra push, go down again, but this time we're going to pull on our ankles or pull on our feet to try and get our tummy down. Next stretch, we've got the frog stretch. So standing with your feet apart, squat down just like a frog, and you're going to put your elbows on your knees and pull your knees outwards. Hold this one for at least 30 seconds and then we're going to move on. So we're now going to try the frog on the floor. So you're going to go on your hands and knees, split your knees apart and then go onto your elbows. Now you want to try and keep your bottom and your knees in a straight line. Okay, so don't go too far forwards and don't sit too far backwards. Hold your position there in a straight line, see how wide you can get your knees. I'd like you to hold this one for at least 1 minute. Okay, moving on now, we're going to lay down on our back with our feet in the air and we're going to separate our legs just into a straddle. See if you can grab hold of your heels and pull them down towards the floor, just like a Japana, but on your back. Now, if you're finding this one difficult, I've got some tea towels here, so ask your parents nicely and you're going to hook your tea towel round one foot and then the other one round the other foot. So you might need a couple of practices because that bit is quite challenging, but it will help you pull your legs down. So if you can't actually reach your heels, then this is where they come in handy. Hold this stretch for at least 30 seconds and our final stretch today is our box splits. So just starting with your hands on the floor, if that's easy then go onto your elbows and if that's easy see if you can get your chest down to the floor. Hold this stretch for as long as you can and then slide out.
Well done to everyone who took part in that video. Keep practicing at home and follow along with the video as much as you can. Take pictures and don't forget to tag us on Instagram and Facebook because we'd love to see what you're doing at home. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Keep smiling and point your toes. Bye!